You did it. You answered the call. You lowered the drawbridge of your inner citadel, walked past the gatekeeper, and stepped into the dust and noise of the arena. You accepted the price of admission. You faced the roar of the crowd and the whispers of your own integrated shadow. You dared greatly, and you failed. Perhaps the business folded. Perhaps the art was rejected. Perhaps the relationship ended. Perhaps the speech fell flat. The specifics do not matter. The feeling is universal. It is the sickening thud of hitting the ground when you were trying to fly. It is the silence that follows the roar of the crowd when the fight is over, and you are the one left on the canvas. This is the moment we must now talk about, because this moment is more dangerous than the fear that kept you outside the arena. This is the moment of the first death. It is the death of the ego's grand vision, the death of the perfect outcome you held so clearly in your mind. And in the aftermath of this death, most people make a fatal choice. They crawl out of the arena, broken and ashamed. They retreat to their citadel, not for recovery, but for permanent residence. They raise the drawbridge, dismiss the gatekeeper, and begin adding stone to the walls, vowing never to expose themselves to such pain again. Their courage curdles into cynicism. Their ambition sours into resentment. They become a permanent spectator in the lives of others, convinced that the game is rigged and that it is better not to play at all. This is the path of retreat, but it is not the protocol. The Sapien Protocol understands a fundamental truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is an essential ingredient. The masters of life are not those who never fail, but those who have perfected the art of failing. They are not just warriors. They are alchemists. They have learned how to take the lead of failure and transmute it into the gold of wisdom and resilience. This is the alchemy of failure. It is a three-step process for not just recovering from defeat, but for becoming more powerful because of it. First, the objective review. When you are lying on the ground in the arena, your mind will scream a single, devastating verdict. I am a failure. This is the poison. It is a judgment, not a fact. The first step of the alchemy is to separate the event from your emotional interpretation of it. The Stoics were masters of this. They would strip an event down to its bare, objective components. You did not fail. The business did not achieve profitability in the first year. The manuscript was not accepted by this publisher. The speech did not receive a standing ovation. These are facts. They are neutral data points. By refusing to internalize the emotional story of, I am a failure, you create a space for clear-eyed analysis. You shift from the role of the condemned prisoner to the role of the scientist, studying a fascinating and unexpected result. Second, the extraction of data. Once the emotional poison has been neutralized, you can begin the extraction. Failure is the universe's most potent feedback mechanism. It is a teacher that success can never be. Success often teaches us the wrong lessons. It can make us arrogant and blind to our weaknesses. But failure is a spotlight. It illuminates every flawed assumption, every weak link in the chain, every area where our preparation was insufficient. The protocol here is to ask the right questions. Not why me, but what did this teach me? Not whose fault is it, but what was within my control and what was not. Not how can I avoid this pain again, but what is the lesson hidden in this rubble that will make my next attempt stronger? You must become a ruthless detective, searching the wreckage of your defeat not for someone to blame, but for clues, for wisdom, for the critical data that will inform your next blueprint. And finally, the third and most beautiful step, the integration of scars. In the Japanese art of Kintsugi, broken pottery is repaired with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. The belief is that the object is more beautiful and more valuable because it was broken. The cracks are not something to be hidden. They are a celebrated part of the object's history. This is the final stage of the alchemy. You must learn to see your failures, your scars, as your own personal kintsugi. Each time you are broken in the arena and use the wisdom of that failure to put yourself back together, you are filling the cracks with gold. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are the proof that you were in the arena. They are the physical manifestation of your resilience. They tell a story of courage, of defeat, and of the profound strength it took to get back up. Do not hide your scars. They are your greatest strength. They are what make you uniquely powerful, deeply empathetic, and truly unbreakable. The goal is not to avoid the ground. The goal is to become a master at getting back up. Each time you do, you are not starting over. You are starting from experience, with the golden wisdom forged in the fires of your last defeat. The arena is still there. It is waiting for your return. Activate the Sapien Protocol and learn to fail like a master,